Chicka-bat, 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 chicka-bat! So when I'm really fucking loud, I barely hit the yellow. Oh, what happened?
Really?
Yeah.
I figured you'd be peeking.
Ah! Oh, I also changed our descriptions and shit, so.
What do you mean?
So talk shows and podcasts?
Yeah. I see it now.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a full description of what's Stream Elements fucking doing?
Stream
now?
Elements.
Yeah. I don't know why Stream Elements even shows up. Like that.
It does that whenever you start the stream, and sometimes when you are raiding out, it'll play a little message too.
Fuckity fuck! Fuck Streamlabs! I'm glad you're going away. I don't even use you. Or it's Stream Elements, whatever.
I thought it got saved.
I don't know. I don't remember what I use Stream Elements for. What do I use that shit for? I think I use it for overlays. I think that's the only thing I use it for. Yeah, I think I use that for an overlay. Oh, I know what I use that
never
for.
done overlays.
My embedded chat thing that I had set up for a while that was embedding chat into where, like, you could see it on the actual feed. But it only worked here. It didn't record into Zoom, so it was kind of moot point. It was kind of dumb.
Whatever happened? Like Warpath never shows up anymore.
I don't know.
I think he's more with the Modus people now. He's doing a lot more over there now. So.
I mean, Modus people don't really do a lot outside of the
we don't really do a lot.
Yeah, I know.
We're both Modus people, remember?
Oh, well, all three of us are. I actually have a part, but not really.
Are you voice acting now? Do you have a part? Did you get you something?
Not recently. I was in the season finale.
Oh, well, okay.
I was.
I've been in the current season.
No, I haven't exactly.
I'm going to be in the Ballad of Red, so whatever that shit is.
Yeah. That's what they're calling the fourth season. I play one of the Reavers. Who's a cannibal named Tato Tot.
I am Ezekiel.
Okay.
But I'm not really focused on my voice acting or anything like that.
I think right now they're working on part 2 of the bedtime stories with Shadow.
Shadow, yeah.
Yeah, they haven't hit me up for a while, so I'm like, okay, I'll just wait until they say something. Because Chrissy is kind of like the conductor of shit now, so I'm like...
Yeah, I was going to audition for a part or two. She's like, I already got an idea for you. I'm like, yeah, okay.
She's like, nope, yeah, I got you. You're covered. So I know I have my part, but like I have no idea when they're gonna start, sending me fucking scripts or telling me when to do shit. Because I've like, they set it up where like, hey, you go check here, and I'm like, man, I ain't got fucking time to go checking nothing. You need to hit me up when you need shit. Like I don't have time for none of that. Like I've already made that clear,
Right.
Like I'm more than willing to send you guys lines. I enjoy doing this shit. But for me to go, like, check your fucking Discord on a daily to see if you decided to fucking do something, no. I ain't got time for that. You fucking hit me up. It'd take you 2 seconds.
I know some of the people who are in the 5.0 kind of branched off and are doing a separate thing, and I think Warpath is a part of that, but they only do that, like, on Wednesday nights, from what I understand. So I was just kind of curious as to where he's been, like, because he used to pop in here like every week, or if he wasn't actually on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
It's either that or he's pissed off at one of you. Or me. I don't know. Casting calls. I'm looking to see if there is anything relevant up right
The last time
I still have my casting call account, and I'll look occasionally, but
that's not what I'm talking about, dude. I'm talking about actually on the Discord.
Yeah, no, they're. I get all their.
It says first scene complete. Shows the draft. See if I can fucking actually hear anything.
After spending a few hours recuperating they finally convinced the Brahmin to move forward instead of taking one more step to the right.
Oh, that was over a month ago.
That's season 4, episode 6, scene 2 draft. I don't know what that shit is. Scene 3 draft, next scene draft.
When was the last episode posted?
7/12. Dora, Colonel Valeria Valadier. Her name's Dora.
Oh yeah, Pandora Beatrix.
Oh, okay. I don't know why that. I'm used to hearing Beatrix. That's why. Yeah, my brain usually automatically goes there. Season 4, episode 7, narrator.
Let's see. The last episode was posted right after that, actually. So, yeah, right now they're working on Bedtime Stories Shadow Part 2. And they'll probably continue with
all right, where's Chrissy at? I'm going to hit her up or just touch base with her since I'm got a couple minutes here. Where is she at? Man, she is way down on the list. I haven't talked to her in a while, I guess.
I was supposed to meet up with her right before Wasteland Jamboree, but she wasn't feeling well.
You mean meet up like in person?
Yeah. No, I was going to be in her neck of the woods, and yeah, she ended up not feeling well.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. She was also really focused on Wasteland Jamboree at the time, which also totally
that's understandable.
Like the next weekend.
Oh, there she is. Man, that was hard to find.
I don't know why my dog's losing her mind all of a sudden. Hang on a second. I'm going to give them calming chews. Just get them to tone down a little bit. Anyway.
Yeah, and stuff.
Where is Dawn?
I'm assuming she's on vacation?
I thought she was back.
I don't know for sure. Like the way it was kind of reading to me, it was like kind of maybe.
I mean, maybe she's not. I don't know. I thought she was gonna be back by now.
All right. Well, I'll throw that in there, and maybe she'll hit me up eventually. There. I don't know. Of course, I might get a dooloot because I just shut the stream thingy off. Oops. Oh well. If we get a bloop, that's what it is. Hello, everybody. We are live. Anybody who's hanging out with us, feel free to say hello. Of course, it's probably the one that I'm seeing right now is probably one of you guys checking it out. Anyway. Hi. Yes, Pie Man. Thank you. Yeah. What an interesting name you have chosen for yourself, Pie Man. I'm assuming you must like
Pie Man's me.
Yeah,
it's me.
I fucking know that, dude.
It's an old username.
Hey, not that old. Well, I guess it is old, but still, I've been around long enough to know that.
It's an older username that I used in the latter parts of middle school and high school before I changed it.
You used it on freaking Discord with.
When you were in middle school?
Yep.
What was that, last week?
Not last week. I don't think so. Gosh, my stupid chair.
Oh, hey, it's time. Cool. We can get this show on the road so I can.
Ow.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. I didn't know if she was going to be here or not.
She shows up. She shows up. It's all good.
Sorry, I'm getting used to my new chair. Hold on.
Okay.
There we go. Sorry.
So
I'm trying to get my chair up and it keeps going backwards.
Yeah, lock them fucking wheels or something.
Yeah, you're telling me in a tiny space with a big chair.
Where is... Hello? Where's my start video and all that shit? And my buttons went away. Where did my buttons go? I don't know how to operate this thing no more. Hold on. If I do that, I'll change it? I don't know. What the fuck happened? Oh, man. Okay. Recording in progress. Where are you?
I noticed that in my new setup, because I had to get this chair and I had to move my mic stand and everything. Now the microphone is below the camera line. It's kind of cool.
More.
I find it.
Record. Into toolbar. There we go. Record.
Recording in progress.
I figured it out. The buttons do work. Okay. So,
nice.
Yeah. Go ahead. There. Do your 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to another episode of Fallout RoundTable. I am your host, Maverick Stone. Today, it's just the three of us, Jaxis, Sulior, and myself today. But before we get started with the meats of the operation and the episode, how about you rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast? You can find us there on YouTube. You can find us Twitch, streaming live every Thursday night, or most Thursday nights. 9 o'clock Eastern. I'm not gonna do the. I've had one hell of a day, and I will not do the conversions for you. You can.
Conversions?
Yeah, the time conversions from Eastern time zone to
Don't
Central
figure that
time.
shit out.
Yes, that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay. Good,
You can also, if you want to send us a shout. You can also find us on X at Fallout RTB, and you can send us an email, falloutrtb@gmail.com.
Right on! You can also see all that in the description of the stream that's happening right now, because I updated the stream to put all that shit in there and stuff. And
yeah.
So you can, anything that you didn't catch from what he just said, just look there.
Or the description in the episode after.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing better at that.
Yay! Yeah. So
I have my own separate page where I'll just copy and paste all of our stuff into the description.
That's kind of what I did. Yeah. Something to like.
It makes sense, but
it helps with my laziness. So today we are talking about Bethesda and Obsidian working together again. Yeah. All right. So.
I'm thinking against Bethesda's will, but we can talk about that later.
No. It's not against Bethesda's will.
Oh no, I
There-
believe it is.
What do
I
you
don't
think it's like,
Todd
slave
Howard-
labor or something?
No, it's not, because I've actually, Maddie Plays actually put a video out today where he talked about a lot of questions that he sent to Bethesda. Do you really think that Bethesda would let Fallout do something like New Vegas was not against their will? Why would this one be?
Well,
Well,
because
so-
they don't want to do Obsidian stuff. They
That's
don't want to let
no,
Obsidian do
that's
anything.
bullshit. Bethesda has never had an issue with Obsidian, so no, we're not doing that.
Okay.
So no conspiracy theory horse shit going on tonight.
I will
No, this
continue
is-
my conspiracy theories all day
Then,
long
no.
today,
No.
because I'm in that
Then I'm
type of
leaving.
mood. Like
I'm gonna hop off then if you're gonna do that.
What is this conspiracy theory anyway? I don't understand.
He thinks that Microsoft is basically putting the gun to Todd's head and saying, let Obsidian do a Fallout. That is a lot of internet rumor and innuendo that is complete bullshit.
Of course, I also haven't seen the new video today, so my opinion may change after today. Anyway,
Well, so I've got some information that is actually from some interview stuff that I've read through. I don't know all the websites and whatnot, but I did get some official confirmation of a new Fallout collaboration between Todd Howard, Josh Sawyer, and Tim Kaine. And
Yep.
Bethesda's leadership have clarified that the upcoming project is a brand new spin-off project. It will not be Fallout 5. They are different projects.
yep.
Yeah, it's a direct.
No, that Bethesda's doing Fallout 5.
Yeah, well, and that's where I've gotten that on actual clarification from reputable sources, or a direct continuation of Fallout New Vegas. It is neither one of those actually. So it's not like a New Vegas 2. It's not going to be something like that. This is actually kind of a new project.
Which I also have some theories about where I'd want it to, but continue.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine. I
Yeah.
just don't want you spreading misinformation.
Yeah, we don't. That's not what we're here for.
No, I
yeah,
agree.
Yeah.
I
So
just haven't seen the video
the
today,
key
so.
figures have categorized the project along the lines of Todd Howard and Bethesda, a long-term spin-off project, not Fallout 5. Bethesda has explicitly stated that Fallout 5 remains its own long-term destination. So that's on paper in for the public to see that, those are its own shit. So it's currently in a very pre-production under Bethesda Game Studios, slated to follow the Elder Scrolls via dedicated collaboration. Todd Howard confirmed that this is a separate project built in a unique window where collaborating with Obsidian Entertainment really made sense. Like, I guess this is something kind of in their wheelhouse that, it's a new Fallout project. There's no, and very, to your point, Sulior, right here, it states very clearly, no rivalry. Howard
Yeah,
also publicly
Howard has been open
debunked
about
the
how there's no
rumored
rivalry.
bad blood between studios, stating that the project came out of mutual desire to work together again. Josh
Yep.
Sawyer, looking to original roots for a new type project director role. Josh Sawyer is leading development on the new venture design philosophy rather than pitching as a direct sequel to New Vegas 2. Sawyer revealed that he has gone back to the original Fallout, the 1997 version, for structural inspiration. So he's actually gone further back to get inspiration
That's
for
awesome.
going forward. So that's really cool. I wanted to. That's why I went through and I was like, okay, I wish I would have been smart and actually, you know what? This was Central. Microsoft Central is where I got this information from.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a big article in there from Microsoft Central, and that's where this information, majority of it comes from. I did kind of like bullet point shit, so I didn't have to go through the whole thing. But because there is a lot. Like, I mean, dude, the whole thing is
Yeah.
really long.
I hadn't heard the specifics, like what the project is, but yeah,
So
I knew that it was they did hear Todd had said that it was like a mutual thing. It wasn't anything that was forced by Asha Sharman or anybody at Microsoft. This was something that they wanted to do.
no, but this is for structural inspiration. He highlighted the desire to emulate the open critical path, the absolute player freedom. You know what I mean? To kind of like just kind of go anywhere, but like in the original Fallout, how it kind of like, even though it's an open world environment, you have to go to certain areas to get crucial things done. So
Yeah.
I get that. It suggests the game
There a
type
time
will
limit?
lean into deeper
What is it?
traditional RPG elements as well. Tim Kaine, being bound by non-disclosures and NDA, while original franchise creator has joined Obsidian full-time, he has stated that he cannot discuss the specifics of what he's working on due to the non-disclosure agreements. However, his involvement alongside Sawyer is signaling to fans that the project will focus closely on the core franchise roots of the beginning of where it came from. So there's that.
Tim has said that he'd been working on an Obsidian project for a little while. Like he said that nobody would guess what it is. So if it is this project, that's awesome.
From my understanding, is that this project is going to be wrapped around the Unreal Engine, which will change kind of how the feel of the game will be in comparison. It'll be more like, you see how Outer Worlds works, as far as like the mechanics and stuff, because I do believe that Outer Worlds utilized the Unreal Engine. So there's that.
Okay, first I'd like to apologize. I've now
No, yeah, me
finished.
too.
While you guys were talking, I have been. I think I found the same video you found.
It's not a video.
No, talking to Cillier, not you.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
Are you talking about Mr. Matty Plays?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From 4 days ago or whatever. Yeah.
A lot of times I'm not a big fan of some of his takes, but I did watch today's, and it was interesting.
I don't know who I did watch a video of a young blonde person with glasses. I don't know who that is.
Was he wearing a Red Ranger suit?
No, he was wearing like a white shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
This
guy
have
had
some
gone in
opinions
deep dive
about it, but I will step off my soapbox for today.
That's good. Kick you out from under it anyway.
Yeah. It's just been one of those days. I'm having a terrible day. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I see that narrative.
I see it everywhere.
All the time, and I don't want to be a part of spreading that sort of thing.
So a lot of the individuals from Black Isle and / New Vegas teams is involved with this project,
which is great because I love it.
Well, so all right, and that's it from what I have there. So the rest of this is more or less speculation on our parts. So Fallout show, and it was a 10-year journey of the caretaker.
So my speculation is I hope they Obsidian, of course. I hope they do like the same type of storyline they did in New Vegas, like how depth they got in New Vegas and everything. And I do hope they continue to do that in this new game.
So it says you could see.
I'm all for another Obsidian Fallout.
Me too. I love New Vegas.
Yeah, well, I didn't want another New Vegas because we've already seen that. So to hear that they actually are going to go somewhere new.
So Brian Fargo is also involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, the whole original team's back together.
Chris Adelone isn't going to be a part of it.
No, he stated that. That's right. He did state that he was not involved and won't be involved. There's also they stated that they're going to go more for the isometric tactical CRPG Fallout, like that whole.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, basically they went off the successes of Boulder Gate 3, how that went down.
Okay.
So they're thinking more along that line of having it like the old top-down style. That would be a cool departure from the whole first-person shooter element.
I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
like the Wasteland series.
Yeah, like a third. Well, would you call that third person? I guess isometric. I don't know.
Hold on, top down. Hold
That
on.
just reminds me of like StarCraft and Warcraft, the original games. You know, the real-time strategy games that were out, and that whole. You know, I like that format in a way. It depends on how you utilize it, and it to me, that is secondary to storytelling.
No, I agree.
Tell me a story. Yeah.
That's what made
Yeah.
New Vegas so successful. Is the story.
It was very rich.
In
Yes.
yeah.
Well, 1 and 2 had
that's
rich
my opinion.
storylines. 1 and 2 had
Yeah.
very rich storylines. That's what made the franchise. You know, the
I
departure from
think
storyline, I think, really came with like 4. It became more mechanical, you know, of what you could do as opposed to what there was to see. 3 was kind of, you know, you had a good storyline with the I guess 4 still had a really good storyline, but like 76
4
kind of
storyline was decent,
76
to be
grabbed
honest.
storyline and threw it out the window and said, "You figure it out. This is
Oh,
your storyline."
it-
Now the gameplay.
yeah.
Now I am all about 76's. I'm an online game player, so I'm an advocate of having online gameplay. I'm also an advocate of having a separation of universes. In other words, I think that they would have done themselves a better service if they had a single player element to 76 that told a story that you could go through and do, and then go on to go into the multiplayer element of it with a story.
Kind of like what GTA. You have GTA 5, and then you got GTA Online.
Right.
Sort of similar to that.
There's
Yeah.
so
Kinda
many
did
games that have
that.
done that.
For
Yeah.
Like the side stories kind of did that, like with
Look at
Brotherhood
Call
of
of Duty.
Steel and
Yeah, Call
Vault.
of Duty Warzone, and then they have
Battlefield,
Call of
all
Duty.
of them. They all do that.
Yeah.
They'll have a single player element to it, and then you go into your multiplayer action. And
So you mean like a separate server for all that?
if you want to call it a server, it almost would be, well, I guess it would have to be a server because a lot of it's digital content these days. But it's just like back in the day, you used to put a disc in your computer and you would download the game. When you downloaded the game, it would put the single player action. Think of StarCraft for anybody that remembers the game. If you were to put a disc into your disk drive and you downloaded the game onto your computer, installed it, so to speak. Once the game is installed, then you had the StarCraft campaign. You would do the campaign, and the campaign had your story in it. Now, you can also go into your BattleNet element of it and go and do online action, where you can do user map settings, you can do player-to-player action. There's always those elements to that. And I keep saying the word element because I'm just like using that word, I guess. I don't know.
It works here in this scenario. It's fine.
But you understand what I'm getting at. It's like you've got your campaign scenario. It's just like if you were to go do Call of Duty Warzone right now. If you went into Call of Duty Warzone, they have Endgame. Endgame is a, kind of a co-op situation. And then you also have
You're talking about the main game?
Call of Duty 7 or whatever it is. I think it is now. Right?
I think it'll be Modern Warfare 4 in October now.
Well, yeah, but that's a separate thing.
I don't play any of the Call of Duties, so I have no
But
idea.
are you talking about Black Ops 7?
Black Ops 7, yeah. Well, that's what originally was there with Warzone at the time.
Yeah.
So that right there is the single player element to that multiplayer action. And they've done that so many times. I don't understand why they didn't do that with 76. I think
Halo does that too.
Yeah, well, Halo's famous for it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Halo's famous for that.
And that's I don't understand why 76 did not go that route, or even Starfield. I think Starfield would have done really good.
Oh yeah, no, Starfield would have been great.
I think that would have been great for Starfield. Having because you have your online pieces to it to avoid that word again.
That's the thing. Yeah, a lot of single player games still require internet these days for whatever reason.
Well, just requiring internet is more or less to make sure that you actually purchase the game. It has nothing to do with the actual
for updates
gameplay.
and stuff, patches.
Yeah, I agree. But a lot of it's to watchdog you. I mean, especially if Microsoft is involved with it, they like to watchdog everything. it's all about control. You know, you might as well be a Walmart associate or something.
Oh,
Speaking
don't
of
even go
76,
there.
I'm actually really curious to see how this prequel to Fallout 3 is going to be integrated into 76.
Are you talking about Raven Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
don't,
can't
they
wait
said
for
they're not
that.
doing expeditions anymore, so I'm curious as to how it's going to work.
Well, so there has been rumor of remasters too.
Yeah, well, they
Yes.
confirmed those. So there is going to be a Fallout 3 remaster and a New Vegas remaster. Like, we already knew about 3 because it was on that list that the Oblivion one was on, but they had not said anything. Like, we had any information about whether or not a New Vegas one exists, but it turns out it does. So
I don't know about you guys, but I would still argue that I would like to see 1 and 2 redone in the way of 3.
for sure.
I agree.
I would like to see them in the same playable elements as 3.
Yeah,
I
would
mean?
too. 'Cause
Gritty, first person.
So many people know of the stories of 1 and 2, but they've never played them because of their mechanics.
Well, and then you
like me, I know the story, but I've never played them.
And
I
think
played
I've
one
also
and
I played 1.
Enjoyed it.
2, I got like partway through, and I kind of just shit the bed on that. Tactics, I couldn't even get started, man. I was just like,
I've never played Tactics. I'm sorry.
I haven't either. Like, well, with 2, I played through the tutorial dungeon.
I wonder
and,
if
barely
TKS
survived
Mantis
because
is
I got
actually
poisoned.
even bothered. I'm sure he has tried. I'm sure he's tried to play it.
Mhm.
He's actually played 2 right. He's playing 2 right now. Actually, it looks like on Twitch.
Yeah, well, that wouldn't
Tactics,
surprise me
I don't
at all.
know.
Yeah, Tactics, I don't know if he could even stomach that shit.
I know somebody who
And he's
Tactics was
hardcore.
their first Fallout game. But I am curious because we know that season 3 of the Fallout TV show is going to Colorado, which apparently part of Tactics takes place in Colorado.
Huh.
Yeah, once we figured that out in Fallout, in the TV show, there were a ton of like speculation. Tons of videos came out about it, like what
Yeah.
about Tactics, about what's going to be canon in Tactics, and or if they're not even going to use Tactics still, and just consider it like the
Brotherhood of Steel game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew you were kind of hinting at that. It's like,
Yeah. I was trying to think of something more nicely, but
that
yeah,
was
pretty much,
console
yeah.
only. So I don't know. I've never played it, so
I'm
I've
going
seen
to take.
it in stores. I've never played it.
We're going to take a quick break, real quick, and then when we come back, we're going to kind of bounce this off each other as, like, what we would like to see from this new speculative game. Maybe
I'm down.
what area we'd like to see. Now, we've done this before in certain other elements. I said elements again, didn't I? I think we should like get
That's
a
your
little
word of the
chime
day,
or
is
something.
element.
Every time I
that's
say
your
element, yeah, we should have a chime or something. All right, we're gonna take a quick pause for the cause here, and we'll be right back.
Recording stopped.
All right, and then I'm gonna hit this button.
Recording in progress.
Hi, we're back. Yeah, we were gone a really long time too. We're so sorry.
I
about
used
that.
the bathroom.
this time, so.
I shaved my beard off, or my goatee.
Well, you
whatever
shaved
it's-
it off, and then it grew back in that short period of time.
Yeah, I shaved it, and it came back like this.
Yeah. Oh.
It's like that scene from the Santa Claus, like the first.
Maybe we can superimpose my beard onto Mav. It's time for me to re-dye this thing. I'm starting to look old. I'm looking my age. I can't do that shit.
You're not Gandalf the Grey quite yet.
Thou shalt not pass. Yeah, it doesn't work for me. Yeah, I didn't try that hard either. Anyway, so Sulir, what is it? All right. Hearing what we've already discussed as far as like maybe the change in how the structure of the game, going with that dynamic isometric kind of top down. What is it you would like it to? I mean, can you imagine Colorado maybe, or like what is it you would like to see?
That would be cool. I don't know. That's the thing. Like, there are so many places that I would like for it to take place. I would love a New Orleans. I would love a Miami. I would love a Canada. So, I mean, Colorado, I mean, that's pretty mountainous. So,
We could get Gingerino praying to the tree in there somewhere. Make that canon.
yeah, depending on how you go with Harold, I mean, maybe he did migrate his way up there.
Who knows?
But yeah, I didn't hear the isometric part. That is interesting.
I didn't hear that part either.
That was news to
Even
me.
on my
I mean,
soapbox.
I just literally read that part and I was like, isometric style tactical CRPG. So, I mean,
It sounds like it's going to be another, like a Star Wars Zero Company type of game.
it might be. I mean,
Because using the Unreal 5 engine, it's not going to look like Fallout 1 or 2. Obviously.
Maybe we'll get another epic Enclave versus Brotherhood fight with Liberty Prime. That'd be cool. Can you imagine controlling Liberty Prime in a tactical combat game? Like, all right,
So the-
Liberty Prime.
Liberty Prime, go to this square. Now fire on this guy. You know, football, throw a nuke at him.
yeah, I mean, can you imagine
Communism.
party control? Like instead
Yeah.
of just being like yourself, you could actually have party control and maybe
Yeah, that'd be
build.
nice.
Well, like think of it like actually turning it into almost like a StarCraft game, or
Yeah.
Age of Empires kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Like a 4X game.
Like
yes.
almost like a real time strategy kind of element. Anyway, I mean, because it's got deep. Well, so I mean, it's either that or have it where, so like you step into a certain area and then it cuts into a cut scene, kind of like a Mass Effect kind of sensation.
Yeah.
You know, I would think
I
that
didn't
would
think
be-
about that. Yeah.
that would be-
Baldur's Gate kind of did that. So
that
that'd be,
might be really
you know,
cool. I would like to be able to like walk into a building, and then it goes into a complete cut scene where it took like 2-3 minutes maybe, and you actually had to sit
That's
there
your load screen right there.
and you had to sit there and watch a video while it goes into like taking you into the room kind of shit, kind of like when you like
Could be Fallout Shelter
in a in a larger scale, like you remember when you walk into the bar at Good Springs and the guy's like threatening the bartender
Oh.
and
yeah.
then leaves. You know how like kind of short that little.
Or like what they did
exchange
in
is
76 kind of did that with the
with Duchess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, except
think
for
so.
game adult.
yeah.
Get over here.
well, it's either that or they're gonna run over and jump and stick their head through the window like they keep doing. But yeah, I think that might be something that would be really cool. I just hope the cutscenes are more like cinematic, like
Well,
like
Because you got the Unreal Engine 5.
well, when you're
or
doing
whatever.
them in the like in 76 and stuff, you're still kind of in the game. You're moving around with it. I want it to be like a departure, like an actual cinematic where it cuts off, where you just don't do anything. You just sit back and relax. And
So like a Telltale game.
yes and no, like like the original Diablo kind of.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like
I get your point
Yeah,
now.
you
Yeah.
would walk into a certain area and then boom, you had to sit there and watch this, and once it was over with, then it would bring you back into the game and then you can move forward. Now, for some people who like an incredibly fast pace and need this and that, you can still hit your space bar and get out of it or escape or something. But like, especially if you've done it more than once, you know what I mean? You want to be able to get out of that, or you can do a setting at the beginning before you start playing to cut out the freaking cinematic scenes and you can just move on. Some people don't want that shit, so
No.
but you
No, I agree.
have the options there. Why does it look like the dog is growling at you? Okay.
I think the dog
he
was.
talks back a little bit. But
Look here, Scooby. I want a fucking sandwich.
or a screaming strike.
No, going back, I see what you're talking about, like dynamic cutscenes and everything. It gives me like Fallout Shelter vibes, like right before you go into a building a little bit.
Yeah,
where
just
they
at a
do
higher
little-
scale, because like Shelter's
Yeah.
kind of cheese dick.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Everything
Sorry,
Shelter's kind
sorry
of
for all
cheesesteak,
those
but-
Fallout Shelter players out there.
Hey, the game's cool. I like playing it, but like when it
It's
comes,
fun.
Yeah, it is.
the cutscenes are just not fucking impressive. Okay, I'm talking about impressive shit here.
Yeah, we're talking. Yeah,
The kind of stuff where you have to have a decent video card to watch, you know.
yeah.
and
Or like a
possibly not
console.
one that's too crazy, you know. But yeah, no, I like the whole idea behind that. I really like that, you know. I never
like
even
it
played
cuts
Baldur's
off
Gate
into a
3,
separate
so
map. No, I never played
love
Baldur's Gate game.
3.
I never played Baldur's Gate.
I
either.
love Baldur's Gate 3. I got up to the last boss and I wasn't adequately prepared, so and you can't save the last 2 hours of the game.
so you got your ass stomped. Got it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I went back to that last save and I'm like, do I really want to go through that whole thing again? Maybe in a few months.
Well, that's how it usually goes. You get bored and then you go back to stuff. So
Like how I'm playing 76 right now.
yeah,
Oh, there's like a whole like segment leading up to that last fight.
I am
So it's
really
like, okay.
struggling. I went back and I played a little bit at 76, and I am having trouble just getting into that. I think it's because of the speed of the, like, I've been playing Call of Duty and other first-person shooters again, which I have not done in years, and I found that I'm still really good. So I need that. I want a faster pace of the combat. That would be one thing that I would really like to see, is faster paced combat in the game. Because you know how when you're running, you've got that kind of sluggish kind of
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
your gait.
Well, especially if you're in power armor.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And that kind
especially.
of makes sense though with the power armor. But at the same time, like, I want to be able to have really fast paced combat. And I want to have, you know, now mind you, that would be a first person element to the game. Now, if you were on a single player, that slow little to the game, it helps with the story. It kind of gives you immersion because you don't really move that fast in most cases. But especially in power armor. But
Yeah.
if you're wearing gear and all that, you know, you're not going to be jumping across the building unless you're, you know, got mutations.
Parkour?
Well, you got mutations, you know. But it just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, yeah. Do you have Speed Demon? That mutation?
I
Me?
have.
I mean, that doesn't really do anything with combat, but it does make you move
I have the
faster.
majority of the mutations. There are a few that I. So, like, you know how if you've got. What is it? The
I guess I'm still
hunger one.
clean.
If you have the hunger one, you don't have the other one, or, you know. There's
Oh, like carnivore and
yeah, exactly.
vegetarian for
That's exactly what I mean. Yes. So
Yeah,
I
herbivore.
think I have the vegetarian one instead of the carnivore, and I didn't like plan that. It's just how it turned out. But it made it where it was really easy for me to find food. You know, the vegetarian one, you're gonna find, you know, the food everywhere, so it makes it a little easier. But
Yeah, I didn't take either one of the food based ones, but yeah.
No, I guess my character's clean. I don't have no mutations.
Not even marsupial.
No.
Man, marsupial's
Wow.
the one to have if you're gonna have any of them.
Yeah, that one's essential.
Yeah, that one's the get out of jail free card because that one.
No,
saves
it's not
your ass.
because I don't have it, because it's never occurred to my character. I'm still pretty. This character's still like in level 30.
Oh, I had all my mutations as soon as I could get them.
Yeah, and you have to get starch genes as quickly as you can too.
I guess
And
I'm not
avoid rat
in
showers.
that whole thing right
Well,
now.
so,
but,
like,
you know.
There's multiple ways to get your mutations for those who do not know. If you go and you drink like is it drink the water or stand
Yeah,
in the
you
water?
just get irradiated, and you'll get
Yeah.
one eventually.
Yeah, so I if I remember
I
right, I
have
drank a
been
bunch of dirty
irradiated.
water, and then when I drank the dirty water, once I got the mutation, and then you have to turn starch genes on or do something else. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember the
Yeah,
pattern.
starch genes makes it to where you won't gain any other mutations, and you won't lose the ones you have when you take rat away.
Right, but so and then or you can get the drinks, the serums, and just get
Yeah.
specifically which ones you want, which that can be quite costly.
Hmm.
But
that was a lot of people's way of making money until, things like infestations and the raids happened.
I
That
just
kind
went.
of fucked up the economy for that.
Yeah, I did the whole water thing like, back in the day. Like it was a long time ago. And then I think it was Nuka Grape. Something to do with Nuka Grape. Something helped. I think if you took Nuka Grape, it would like lock in the one that you were doing and didn't. Like you could
Oh, really?
keep certain ones and then get rid of others. Yeah, I don't remember how that worked, but.
No, I'm just I started playing 76 again ever since I figured out how to connect it to my computer monitor over here.
Wow.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been what, a year now, I think, since Starfield's come out.
3.
Has it been
Just about 3. It came out at the very
it been
beginning
3
of
years?
September. Yeah,
Wow.
of
Okay.
2023.
So looking back, do you feel like you're happy that they created Starfield when they did, or do you think they should have put that energy into Fallout and then done Starfield?
No, absolutely. I love Starfield. I mean, I've got a podcast on Starfield, and I'm hang out with a lot of Starfield creators. There, like a lot of us post pictures for a photo challenge every Saturday.
I've been considering
like,
going
I
back
know there's-
at it, so I was like, well,
I just been considering I don't have the game, so I'm just considering. But also at the same time, I'm looking to pre-order GTA 6. So,
like, I know there's the whole narrative, like if they didn't do Starfield, then we would have Fallout faster. Guess what, guys? It's always been Elder Scrolls next.
Here's where you and I agree.
Elder Scrolls is, for people who don't understand, it's like Skyrim and Oblivion. That's Bethesda. That's that's the foundation of Bethesda. That's what built them.
Yeah, but they've been doing Elder Scrolls since I think was it 92?
It's
3 or
been
95,
a long
something
time.
like that. Yeah.
It's like before Fallout.
Yeah.
Before Fallout even existed.
Yeah.
But
Fallout existed
like
on its own accord at first.
Mainline Elder Scrolls, mainline Fallout, and Starfield are all done by Bethesda, Maryland. So yeah, there's the narrative that if Starfield hadn't happened, we would have gotten these other studios first. But guess what, guys? Like, God forbid they do something different. Number one, like they try something new, but everything that they do, like
they created a whole
Elder
new
Scrolls,
franchise.
Fallout, Starfield.
Yeah.
I mean, that's dynamic to do when you're as big as you are. I mean, they're huge, like Oblivion and all that. That, and then to turn around and you've already got Fallout. Instead of resting on your laurels or making a sequel like everybody does in the movies, they said, let's do something new. Like, you can't fault that shit.
And with each,
no, I can't fault that.
Each entry in the series takes place somewhere completely new. Like, yeah, there's still some of the same mechanics, but it's always a fresh story in a fresh area. But they take things that they've done in previous games and implement them and expand on them for the next game that they do. Like with Skyrim, they like with Oblivion, there were player houses. There were player houses in Morrowind too, but you could actually go and buy houses. In Skyrim,
I think Oblivion was my favorite. Oblivion was the one where you could go and like get a house in town and you could like design it the way you wanted to, and then comes along Fallout 3, you were able to go to Megatown and do the same thing. It was very similar. I didn't like the customability that they left. They left it kind of janky, like it was really limited, but it was there.
You just had to buy the decorations.
Yeah.
In Skyrim, you actually built the house. Like, you built the different wings. It was still a little limited. Like, it wasn't like what it is in Fallout 4.
No, but that's what happened right after, though. Skyrim happened first, right? And then Fallout 4.
Skyrim was first.
Yeah.
So, and then with Starfield, there's the whole shipbuilding thing where they expand
which
even
I'm on
more.
the fence because I really loved it when it first came out.
Oh, I love the shipbuilding. It's such an addiction, and it costs so much fucking money. To do.
Now, are you
So
are
I'm
you talking
constantly
about
broke.
in-game money, right? You're not talking about
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
play
yeah.
to win kind of buying in shit.
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, yeah, you can buy mods which add more like ship habs and things like that. And and a lot of at first we kind of thought that the outpost building in Starfield would be the main thing, but no, it's totally ship building. I mean, yeah, there are people who like outpost building, but I much prefer building my own ship because your ship kind of is your player house in Starfield.
That kind of reminds me
so-
of
You
Star
see
Wars
all
Galaxies.
online about all the Star Wars ships you see
Oh,
that
yeah.
they're trying to do.
Oh, somebody made
I
the
love it.
the ship from Futurama, and like there's
Oh.
all sorts of crazy stuff that people have done. The Planet Express ship, that's what it is.
They need to
Yeah.
recreate Farscape on there. That'd be cool.
So a lot of people are thinking with Elder Scrolls 6, we're actually going to be building like naval ships.
Oh,
That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
that would be neat.
So
I mean, the one.
And
the,
who knows what we're
same
gonna do
Elder
in Fallout
Scrolls
5.
6 that they talked about 8 years ago or whatever.
yeah, which we just saw a shot of a mountain. We don't even know where
Maverick,
it's
you'll
going to be.
have an excuse
There's a
for
lot
your
of
pirate
rumors,
shanties.
Yes, pirate shanties. I thought about that last week and I totally forgot to say something. No, I was in a pirate shanty type of mood last week.
You get in that mood a lot.
Yeah, there's rumors that it's going to be in Hammerfell. There's rumors that it's going to be in the Iliac Bay between Hammerfell and High Rock. Like, we don't know. They haven't said anything. We don't. All we know is that it exists.
That's cool.
Um,
That's cool.
So
Wow.
So
So
yeah,
when
that's
are we
the
going to
thing,
get
like, they
when are we
take
going to
things
get
that
working
work.
cars in Fallout?
we had one in Fallout 2.
Yes.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but
Well,
yeah,
all right.
that's
So,
what I had to
so
do.
to like, let's transition. Maverick, what is it that you would like to see in the new? Now, not Fallout 5, the new iteration that they're coming out with, because Fallout 5.
So you're saying the standalone game and not the mainstay game?
Yeah, the mainstay game.
The Obsidian one. Yeah.
Yeah,
the Obsidian one.
because Obsidian's kind of going to be able to play a little more fast and loose than Todd's going to do on his own. I think.
No, who knows? But-
It's a guess either way. So
It's a guess.
that's
who
all
knows?
speculations. So
No, I really hope that Obsidian, and I may take this a different direction than what you're asking the question to be, but I'm hoping that they keep the same like storytelling elements that they had in New Vegas, like we talked about earlier in the podcast, in this episode, and hope they keep the building aspects, even though it's a top-down game. Maybe, or like I mentioned earlier, do something like a Star Wars Zero Company type of game, because that's like the big
So-
thing nowadays.
they have a top-down game that has a structural building where you build the actual walls and everything else.
Yeah.
So that's been done in other survival games. So I don't see why they couldn't do that with that same type of premise for.
And at the same time, I hope we get drivable, even though it may be top down and everything, drivable vehicles.
Now,
to
so
bring
for
back.
them to do that, I think they would have to create different factional vehicles,
Yes.
like the Parade Wind or something smaller. you
Yeah,
know?
or I'm not saying like big ones. I'm saying like like Vertibird or like
Like a Hummer.
or like a car, or a car or something. Nothing too big, but if you'd want to get that big, I wouldn't want it to be drivable.
Well,
like
I would
that
think that they
by
would
us.
have to have at least 2 vehicles with combat ability, and
Yep.
then 1 transport type of vehicle, and then potentially at least 1 or 2 aircraft. If they're going to go
yeah.
along the lines of like a StarCraft kind of, because the vehicles and then the troop deployment. And I would think that they would probably utilize like the crew transports that you find in 76 that they use as tents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That kind of
yeah,
thing.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. So I think they might be able to utilize something like that. and then create like a nuclear motorcycle kind of thing with a rocket launcher on it or something. That'd
You'd
be
be like, ving, ving.
yeah, kind of like
Nice.
the Vulture from StarCraft. It has those
Or
little
coming
deployable
off
mines.
a real world, when I think some ally in World War II created a moped that had a rocket launcher, and the driver in it was a 2-person moped that you would it was basically a Vespa with a
with a rocket
naval
launcher
gun.
attached to it.
Yeah, yeah. And they actually used it in battle at one point.
How would that work though? Because if they went to fire the rocket, wouldn't the bike go like flying?
that so the
The
original
recoil would be
premise of it,
crazy on that. Well, no, because it'd be like firing an RPG off the back of a motorcycle. We know that's been done.
yeah. So yeah, no, the original premise of that vehicle, not in connecting it to what I was saying earlier, the original premise of the vehicle was because the RPG or whatever could dismount where it wouldn't be on the Vespa at all times, so you could set it up, turn it into a mortar. But the soldiers in World War II also found out you can fire that thing while you're moving, so you can get rid of a lot of that recoil, even though it's a tiny little freaking Vespa coming at you with a mortar.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you would think you would like have to stop, deploy tripod, fire,
Fire.
collapse tripod, and go. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, but so like that would be cool to have in the game. I would think that would create some. No,
I feel like that would be a Raider type of thing to do.
Well, I don't know about the fucking Vespa with the rocket, but the idea of having vehicles that have, the ability to like deploy and fire, and you can actually create a strategy and actually have troop deployments, and the kind of like when you had the NCR going up against the Brotherhood of Steel. I don't remember if you guys saw that video. Oh, I'm sure everybody's seen that video at some point where you're thinking, dude, the Brotherhood of Steel is going to slaughter the shit out of the freaking New Republic guys. They're not even wearing armor. Well, they kind of are, but not in comparison. They're like, chain guns and all this shit. And then all of a sudden, the NCR is like deploying like mortar rounds and rockets and stuff like that. They've got different things that they were. And then, the Rangers with that freaking, massive Barrett type gun or whatever they call it.
Pah!
What is that, a tank destroyer? I don't know. I know it's got a name.
Probably
I don't
50 cal or something.
I don't
on
know.
tripod.
I'm not that smart when it comes to guns. I mean, I know my
I'm not
9
either.
mil. I know my AK. I know a few, simple, but like whatever that gun is that dude brought to the New Vegas event or the not Wasteland Jamboree, Mojave Mayhem last year. Dude had this big old like huge like
yes,
it looks just like the gun from that scene where the NCR trooper shoots at the Death Claw. Yeah, same gun. Like, it was really cool though. Like, but I don't know. I'd like to see stuff like that. I think that'd be neat. That being said, all you people out there in the Fallout universe that are watching and listening, send us an email and give us your thoughts. Let us know what you think, and what it is you would like to see in the next up and coming iteration of Fallout. With the originals, Josh Sawyer and Tim Kaine. Like, these guys are the ones that were like part of the foundation of where Fallout
New Vegas
really came from. Like, New Vegas. Well, Tim Kaine's from the original game.
Yeah.
So we're talking about you got New Vegas and you got the original guys that combined forces, and they're all in Obsidian together, and then they're working together in conjunction with Todd Howard and his crew on the Bethesda element of it. So you've got all these guys and their brains just smashing together to come up with something totally new.
Are we talking about an Avengers type team?
This is exciting.
Pretty big news.
Yeah, this is exciting. Like, I don't think people really are grasping the gravity of it all. Like, this is a lot of big brains smashing together right now. This could be really, really big. Like, I mean, bigger than Fallout 5 itself. It could be.
We're going to be good. We're getting this game. We're getting remakes of 3 in New Vegas and Fallout 5 within who knows how many years, but
who cares? Like,
all of these have been in the works for a while already.
yeah, I mean, we're gonna end up with Fallout
it's not
5
like they're just
probably in
starting
the
now.
next. What do you think? The next year or two, we'll end up with Fallout 5.
Probably
3?
not that quick, but
I feel like we'd get the remasters.
well, because we're getting
5.
Elder Scrolls, we're getting Elder Scrolls 6 before Fallout 5.
So when's Elder Scrolls 6 coming out?
I think it's 28.
Hopefully within
29.
the next 2-3 years. Yeah.
Okay. So.
And then after that.
But Fallout 5 is in pre-production. So they've got concepts of where they're. We know where they're wanting to go, or we know that they know where they're wanting to go because there were things in the TV show that they didn't allow happen because they're wanting to do that for the next Fallout.
So that tells me that maybe a year and a half to 2 years after 6 comes out, we'll have Fallout 5.
It's usually within 3 or 4 years between games that they put out. So
okay,
I concur.
Here's hoping.
Okay, well, yeah.
So
anyway, guys, Cilia, you want to plug anything like maybe your podcast with the?
So, I did record something for Tapes from the Wastes. Now this was before the news that they put out of all the stuff that they're working on. So this was like right in between the layoffs happening and that announcement. That hasn't come out yet. I'd imagine hopefully my co-host for that will be recording something and putting that out here within the next few days. Yeah, and then there's Starfield Sandwich. I should probably record something for that too. But yeah,
did you say Starfield Sandwich?
Yes, that's the name.
That's
of
what it's called. Okay, I want to make sure I was hearing you right. It's like Starfield Sandwich. That sounds cool.
Yeah, we saw
That's
that
a cool
video
ass name,
that
I'm
they
not gonna
did
lie.
before Starfield came out, where the woman was hoarding all of the sandwiches in her ship, and we thought that was funny. So,
little tongue in cheek.
So yeah,
I gotcha.
But yeah, I recorded a lore segment for Tapes from the Waste where I was talking about the interloper after giving my thoughts on the layoffs. So hopefully that'll come out within the next few days. We'll see. He's been busy, so.
Maverick, you got anything on your zombie project or anything you're doing?
Well, no, I've put the zombie project and the Fallout and the the Fallout project, the Northern Wars, on hold for a second because I've been working a ton on the Northern Wars, and I'm just sort of like I have no other ideas at this point.
Okay.
So I'm working on a racing, like a motorsports type story right now.
Huh.
Okay. Obviously, because I'm a big motorsport fan, I've been watching a lot more of like the endurance series. Of course, Formula One. By the time this comes out,
and Speed Racer, right?
Of course, Speed Racer. Of course, of course. I watch that movie and the anime all the time.
Talladega Nights.
Talladega, Ricky Bobby, gotta go fast. Mama, I'm going fast.
Just don't catch on fire.
Oh man!
Help me, Tom Cruise! Help me, Jesus! No, so yeah, by the time this episode comes out, the Hungarian Grand Prix will happen in Formula One, which I know you guys don't really care about, but
no, that's why I'm making fun of everything. That way.
Yeah.
Fuck racing. It's like
but besides that, I've started getting on Casting Call recently.
Good.
Looking at different. So I'm not like going back into. I just want to see what was out there. I'm looking to upgrade my microphone off of my USB to an XLR.
That's kind of a.
I mean, the Quadcast is pretty good. I know several people have used that for years.
Well, so when it comes to the difference between an XLR and the USB microphone, it is so minute in a lot of ways. Like, all right, so Robots, he has an XLR mic. He uses the MX7B or whatever. I have a combination, if you can see that. I don't know if you can, but I can go XLR or I can do USB on this particular MV7 Shure microphone. And
I could probably do the
if
same
you
thing on this
listen
one.
to me next to Robots, Robots will sound cleaner than me because he runs through a particular kind of equalizer program, but our
Yeah.
microphones essentially are exactly the same.
Nice.
Yeah, for the most part, are almost exactly the same. I think
mean,
his
mine's a
microphone is probably
USB.
another $300, but
Probably.
yeah. But the XLR aspect of things, I think, is more music. I think that's when it really shines.
Yeah.
To me, that's when it, because if you were to go and listen to my friends who stream on Kick and also on YouTube, the band Glowstick, GLOSTIK, they've got a brand new album out right now, and they've got 3 of their songs that are actually out there right now: Round and Round, Switch, and Pictures, which you should go check those out and let them know that Wasteland Jack sent you there. Psh, you know, but they are, a lot of their equipment is obviously XLR inputs because they are musicians. So that really makes a difference in the clarity and the crispness of the sound of what they do. But when it comes to like verbal communication and things like that, I think USB, for the most part, is just as good. I wouldn't say better. No, definitely not. But I think the main difference you'll notice is a slightly deeper, crisper sound from the XLR mic. But it's so minute in most cases you wouldn't even, especially in podcast, you wouldn't notice as much. But when you're doing voiceover stuff, there's the difference between a condenser mic and a dynamic microphone. That's where you're going to make the differences. So if you're having a condenser mic, it's going to pick up everything in the background.
Yeah,
All
I have
this
to turn my
bullshit.
air conditioning off when I'm doing lines because my mic will pick up my air conditioning even with the crisp noise canceller.
Well, see, and I've got all that jazz on this right here, right? And you guys said you can't even hear my background at all. Now,
No.
I can hear it, and I can see it on my equalizer just blinking just a little bit when I don't say anything at all. But if I just turn it down a little bit, it disappears. Or if I was to be doing like actual voice acting stuff, I would just shut it off for a few minutes, and then everything else would. I could leave the door open while they're watching TV in the other room, and it'll cancel out completely. They won't hear anything. But I've never had myself denied a role because of sound quality.
Quality, yeah.
No, and I
did
also
have one problem when I was recording in my early day before I stopped, and now I'm getting back into it. I did have one problem, but I think I fixed it now.
So you can eliminate just a little inside baseball real quick. Is if you're like in Audacity or a sound manipulating program, you have a few different things that you can do that will crisp up your sound very quickly. So if you were to make a recording, and I'm actually opening my Audacity so I can look at it because I always forget what they're actually called most of the time. So you can use 3 different things that really help a lot: normalize, limiter, and loudness normalization. Your loudness normalization, if you have to have it set to a certain key point. Hold on a second. Let me. Blah 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 blah. All right, I had to have something in there for that to work. Sorry for the nonsensical thing there. But so I have my loudness normalization set to an RMS level. I forgot what RMS actually stands for. I can't. You'd have to look that up yourself. But I have it set to negative 18 decibels. If you set your loudness normalization to 18 decibels, and then you also set both your limiter to have a threshold of negative 3 decibels. There's some other variants there you can look up online. There's a lot of different things that'll teach you this. And then if you set up your normalization to also a negative 3 decibels, they work in conjunction with each other, and they also can screw each other up. So you either go one direction or the other. The only like constant is your loudness normalization will be in the middle of your elements of when you're doing your editing. So if you were going to go in and edit something to come out. This is called an ACX check. This is something that, like your Amazon books, they check all of their sound to meet a certain quality. If it doesn't match Amazon's quality, they won't put the book out. So this is, and it's called an ACX check. I don't remember what ACX stands for. You'd have to look that up yourself because you'd have to care more than me, and I don't. So I think it's Amazon's something. Yeah. Anyway, so when you go through, you do like your normalization first, and you do it for the entire, like whatever it is you recorded. You do it for the whole thing. And then what it'll do is it'll go through and it'll drop everything, or it'll raise everything to match the decibel levels that you're supposed to hit. Once you get to all these different things, you run the ACX check, and it will give you like your peak level, your RMS level, and then your noise floor. Your noise floor has to be within a negative 60 decibels. If it's too high or too low, it'll throw that off. And you can fix that by, if you're, let's say your levels are too low, and you need to bring your level up, you can go and do noise removal. It's actually called noise reduction. It's under noise removal. And you go into there and you can adjust that by, like, it'll tell you, let's say you're like negative 54. So when you go in to do your reduction, you're gonna pick that an area that has no sound whatsoever, just the line, like, you know, the break in between, the silence. You take that and you get a sample of that, and then you go back in and you grab the entire thing. And then when you do the sample, you're going to do the sample of, like, let's say you're going to do a decibel change of, say, 5 or 7, or whatever the difference is to get it up to that 60, right? So you change that, and then you get your sample. Then you go back through and you do it for the entire recording at that level, and it'll change your noise floor. And then all of a sudden, boom, you come out clean. Everything comes out perfectly right. And then you've got a perfect recording of your voice or whatever it is you're doing. Mind you, I do this mainly for voice recording stuff so that all my stuff comes out crisp, clear, and just right on the money. I could do that for all of our podcasts, but it would be mind-numbingly crazy. I do it sometimes when it gets a little crazy, like everybody's voices are up and down and all over the place. What I'll do is I'll grab just the audio portion of our recording. I'll snippet that, and I'll go and put that into Audacity. I'll run the program, and then I'll put it back into, like, DaVinci Resolve and line it up with the original recording. And, and then I'll delete the original recording and slide it into its place. But I got to get it just right. Otherwise, you're going to have me talking, but my mouth is not in sequence with what I say, and it'll be stupid.
It'll be like,
So, anyway, that's my little
technology.
My little technology lesson for the day. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. You have a wonderful night. Everybody say good night.
Night.
Good morning.
You didn't do that the last time, by the way.
No, because you cut me off.
No, you didn't.
I'd cut him off again.
Yeah, you cut me off last week. Last time.